Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How is everyone doing today? So, for today's video, a few days ago I did a video about playing as a rat in Halo 3, and people were pretty amused by it actually, and I thought it was pretty hilarious too, to see what a rat looks like in action in Halo 3, beyond just, random critters in the background. People did request I do more videos of playing with other critters throughout the game, like flood infection forms and other stuff like that. Which I will get to the flood infection form eventually. I wanted to do this one first because of how silly it is as well. And as you can tell, what we are doing is playing as a Seagull in Halo 3. And this is the same Seagull as the ones that you see in the distance on the mission Last Resort. And once again, just like the rat, it works pretty well. Especially if you swap the monitors model, or the forge ball, or whatever people like to call it, as the Seagull, because when you're playing in Forge, it actually looks like you're flying as a Seagull. Whereas if I just swap Master Chief or the Spartan or Elite bipeds for the Seagull, you'll see later that it looks like the Seagull is just like sliding against flying on the ground or jumping up and down on the ground. So it's really coolest in Forge mode. When you switch the editor's model for a Seagull, which you can see right now, it actually looks like it's legit flying. I mean, technically it is flying, because when you're in Forge, you do fly around. So I guess it makes sense for the Seagull to be the Forge character. But anyways, just like the last video, I moved the Seagull to campaign, just for some amusement. It's really funny seeing like the Covenant is trying to kill a little critter. Last time you see brutes trying to stomp on a rat. Now you just see a bunch of Covenant trying to shoot a little Seagull. Now, one very interesting difference between the Seagull and the rat is that the Seagull cannot pick up any weapons at all. It can pick up grenades, but it can't use grenades. It can also pick up equipment, but same with grenades, it cannot use them. The rat, on the other hand, can use weapons. It could pick up all weapons, and it could use most weapons. The rat just can't use melee weapons, but it could use everything else. It could even use a machine gun turret, a detached machine gun turret. But the mounted turret is a vehicle, which the rat cannot use. And of course, the Seagull, not surprisingly, can't drive vehicles either, or use mounted turrets. But what's really interesting about that is, and this is a little spoiler for future videos of critters, the rat is the only creature that can use weapons, that can pick up weapons and use them. No other creatures I've tested so far. There's still a few out there that I haven't tested yet. I'm not going to tell you which ones. I don't want to spoil the upcoming surprises. But of all the ones I've tested so far, the rat's the only one that can use weapons, which is a pretty interesting mystery to me, actually. And if you want to put on the conspiracy theory tinfoil hat right now, well, actually, before I get to that conspiracy theory, or just theory in general, just for laughs and giggles, I decided to also move the Seagull to the Warthog run and do the Warthog run as a Seagull, which is beyond silly. But anyway, so the bizarre outlandish theory of mine is that for some reason Bungie made the rat the only animal creature that can pick up weapons. My theory is that well, it ranges in different stages of bizarreness. The more reasonable theory that my friend told me is that it was probably an inside joke at Bungie, and they made the rat be able to hold weapons. And it was obviously never supposed to be seen by anybody, so it could be a little mini Easter egg or something there, or just something random that some Bungie employee did for laughs. The more bizarre theory, and probably the less likely theory, is that maybe at one point Bungie was planning to have I don't know, some Easter egg maybe, where just killer rats that can pick up weapons and kill people, or something like that. Or maybe rats are meant to take over the world or something and repel the flood or something. Some really crazy thing. But, you know, more than likely, it's probably just like an inside joke from Bungie, or, you know, maybe even an Easter egg. But yeah, so that's basically the difference between the rat and all the other creatures. But anyways, as you can see, aside from picking up weapons, the Seagull works very well. And, you know, the animations, everything, they all still work just fine. But yeah, so that's basically it for the Seagull, and hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and if you did, I found it to be amusing, make sure to leave a like, and, you know, leave your thoughts in the comments. If there's anything else you want me to check out, or any other creatures or characters or stuff you want me to play as, just let me know in the comments, and I'll eventually get around to it. I definitely have a long list of other creatures people requested, but keep them coming. You know, like I said, I'll do my best to look into it and make a video of it. But other than that, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.